You know, another downside of New Game Plus is that in very tense areas in which you go through door after door after door after door, fighting and staring down oblivion itself, you get loading up on praying for money and experience. kind of ruins the mood, doesn't it? Well. Hey everyone, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 New Game Plus Supercut. In the last episode, we finally got closure on all members of Torna, heart to hearts including one which I thought was a little bit anticlimactic, but you know, hey ho. In our eyes, Mikhail is still dead. He's just flirting with other girls up there in heaven. Patroka especially. And maybe fans getting hit on at some point, but who knows. Either way, we are going up and facing down our final challenges. And unfortunately, we're starting off on a bad foot because our first challenge is switching blades in an elevator. Of course, it is futile. It cannot be done. But regardless though, here we are, and the slow elevators this time round I think are done on purpose because it builds up the tension as you see the clock or the arrow counting down and building up tension to possibly a final fight, which it is close to being a final fight as the map changes around from 1 hour pathway to another pathway. And here it is, building up suspense. And to be honest, one of the most, I think, sudden and dramatic changes. Not quite as bad as Tantel, but still close. If it ever loads. Eventually. Please do. Game. Thank God. We had to load. We had to load all of the refugees
and the sepia tones.
Yeah. But for Zeke, though, it's a normal color. He's grayscale. You see.
I'm not weak, so I don't need to kill anyone.
And fast cut to Zeke. Zeke killing a lot of people.
And killing an army over and over again.
Oh yes, he's a real monster. Even the Amalthus would be like, dude, that is kind of harsh. And this kind of gives the scene away of like, is it Malos or is it the Amalthus's influence of why Malos is doing it? It's like, you're not really being subtle there, are you? Like, it must be Malos, obviously.
I think Shalad's about to propose. What?
Yes, I am. To Pandy. Will you marry me? You think I wore this white coat for nothing?
I think that little bit of banter wasn't really needed.
No.
In the good with the bad, right? So yeah, I like people. And I like myself, and I'm people.
All right.
Wow. Could you get any? Could you sound any bland and stupid?
What?
I like people. And it sounds so pitiful.
Suppose a guy who hated himself
I like me.
had the power that you do. If someone like that were to
And I like people, so yeah, I'm people.
Be
I'm a person, you know.
they wish
I singular am a
for the
plural.
world to disappear.
Doesn't make any sense, but you know, regardless. But I do like how Zeke was trying to convey the fact that Amalthus hates people, but oh no, like you mentioned, I didn't feel like this banter was needed, but it still is a nice bit of connecting. Although to be fair, for it to happen right at this moment, kind of an awkward place. You could have had it played at a different time, but hey ho. My hair is going through my sword.
Saying, we promised we'd go together, didn't we?
honestly, this scene kind of intrigues me a lot because for once we get to see Malos kind of show concern or just companionship to
I'm just
for Jin.
the boy.
So
I was told
and
to wait.
and compared to what we just saw with Zeke, it definitely shows that it's Amalthus' influence and not Miles himself.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be watching.
And the fact that he's seeing Laura right there makes me feel like he sees Laura in Rex. But regardless. Not sure what that was about.
Yeah, it always bothers me when characters whisper in video games. It's like, what are you saying?
Is it that hard to like do it later on or whatnot? But regardless, that scene right there, I think it sort of, I wouldn't say relieves Malice of all wrongdoings, but it kind of gives you one more soft spot for him before everything ends. Be like, oh,
You wouldn't happen to be Ornelia's former
you're
blade,
actually
would you?
kind of nice.
Ornelia? No, I'm...
And to be honest, I completely forgot about this scene.
It's you.
I didn't realize that this was in this game as well as Torna. I look like a leprechaun. If only things were not sepia tone. Oh,
And I'm so obsessed with my hotel.
oh, please. And I hang out with Monster Granny. It's like, what a name for a person. What name for an NPC. If you don't know, Monster Granny is an actual NPC name in Torn the Golden Country. But regardless, that aside, I feel like this definitely helps with the base game. Should you not play Torna.
This long war for independence will
And I
soon
feel
come to an end.
But I do feel like
It
this
is not only the war
this scene helps
that will soon
Torna,
be over.
and not as much as the
about
original
to end.
or this one.
Mm-hmm.
And when she meets her end, so too will I.
But you can definitely see the concept of
Sullied by her death,
like Jin
return
start
to my core.
starting to hate this cycle,
To
because
await
you
my
can
eventual
imagine
reawakening. I will
back in
sleep
this
as at the
day,
end of
Jin
any other
was,
day.
I guess you could say,
When
oblivious
I awake,
to
will I be the
all
same person
to
as
all
before?
of the
If the archetype
previous lives
does
he had.
indeed exist,
But now that he's
wish I could
realizing,
ask
like,
him,
look, mate, you're gonna go through hell
who am
because
I
of this
truly?
damn cycle.
And he's
Whence did
realizing
I
all the
come?
close bonds he's forgotten
Whither
on.
am I
And
headed?
Exactly.
Laura was the last straw.
If
And
I
it's
were
a
a
definitely a
brave man, I pray this journal
polarizing thing,
finds
because
its way to
back
you.
in the land of Morpha,
Trusting
there was
that
a
it
brief
will.
talk between
I
Jin and
will
Bridget
use
about,
these
like,
last
in
words
a
to
journal.
pass down
In a journal, can I trust myself? Bridget's
a means of
used
carving the bond between
used to
myself
this,
and my partner into
but-
this flesh.
but
This
Jin,
is how it is done.
but this is new. But this is new to Jin, and he's become attached to Laura.
Mm-hmm.
So
My,
it's
how
like
terribly desolate.
so it's a shocking
heard it's been
revelation
90
of a life
years,
cycle
right?
that's doomed to repeat, and the fact that you're gonna
What is it?
lose
Did you remember something?
pretty much the one you love
Mm-hmm.
No,
all at once.
nothing.
All at once can be a
Really?
shock to the system, and
That's
not
too
just
bad.
for characters and video
I
games,
would have
but
liked to have
for
learnt about the old you.
for people in general. I know this is a fantasy
I am
world, but I do appreciate it
who I am.
when it brings
I
psychology
do not
and
change.
ways emotions can affect real people.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone has a life-changing revelation and also losing a special one, it's like, that can mess people up. Dare I say, it can make them wish for the end. and there are people like that that exist in this world, as sad as it seems.
Are you trying to stop us going after Malos?
A lovely thing that I like about this scene is that I don't think Rex is going to mention a little further on. He's not wanting to die. He just wants some closure because he sees Rex. He sees Rex is similar to Laura. So it's almost like if I'm gonna go down by any means, I want closure between me and Laura. Especially since what happened to the Monoceros and Laura's body, you know, literally going away. But again, no, it is kind of tragic because Jin is still trying to play off like the cool guy. I don't mean to make the pun because he is nice play, but still, feel like it doesn't get to me. I still want this world to end. It's what I want. You know, it's not. And regardless, this fight is not going to take a long time, but...
That's good, because I remember how much of a pain it was.
Yeah, but hey, it was a final fight with Jin. It wasn't going to be easy. I feel like with this soundtrack playing in the background, it definitely comes across as somber, where with a little bit of epicness that a final fight has got to entail. So you know what? I feel like I'm just going to be quiet and just let you listen to it, because again, it's definitely somber to a T. I would if the audio wasn't low. That's my fault. But still though, Jin, it was a lovely fight, and I feel like you are a great character in the grand scheme of things in this game. Tragic hero, only brought up even more by Torna.
You still got it.
And while
So do we.
and before Jin goes away, I do have to emphasize this: you don't need it to understand, but it clears. But it definitely adds power to the character. You should play Torna the Golden Country.
To get to Elysium.
And then what? Open it up to humans? Share it out between them?
Do you even need to ask? Obviously.
Even the music in the background here is somber.
Can't you see where that leads?
No epicness or anything.
Humans will make Elysium into another Mortha. Just as they did with Torna 500 years ago.
I won't let that happen.
But again, he's blaming it.
What then? Who will stop the inevitable?
He's blaming everything
Isn't that
humans have done because of Amalthus.
Isn't that the reason that you blades exist?
What?
And when I'm not around to stand by you in that effort, someone else will.
And this is similar, and this is similar to Shulk's final confrontation with Egil in the original. It's like, doesn't matter.
That's right. When a person dies, that's
it's
it for them.
It's still going to
But their
persist.
thoughts and memories will always be passed on to someone else.
It's just using a different context
Isn't that the
matter.
same with you blades? Your past selves get passed down to someone else to become your new selves? Isn't that how you've always lived? We're no different.
From now on, I'll protect you. I'll keep you safe. Always.
Blades become titans when the time is up, and those titans give birth to many new blades, all while forming the world beneath our feet. It's awesome. It's enough to make me envious.
Envious? Of us?
So I'd like to ask the architect, Pyra, Mithra, all of you, why did he create all these incredible people? Actually, I think I might already know the answer.
No, Rex. Trust me, you
I'd still
don't.
like to check with
You
him
don't.
myself.
I will say that. But I do.
Check your answer.
I do like the term the Rex uses people. Like,
You
just because you go by a different name, it
you
doesn't.
know the reason we exist.
It doesn't mean like you're different.
kin!
Akos, Patroka.
The blades we
Patroka.
used to
I
have.
won't let you kill Jen.
Stand down, Patroka.
We weren't gonna kill him, damn it!
It is over for us now. There is nothing more. We've done.
Even
that we
after,
have to.
because his expression isn't like cocky or anything like that. It's just literally like, oh, I don't know what's going on. And it all goes from nice and calm to this.
Me?
Yes, you.
Your
Who
power.
else?
Can you use it on Jen?
Well, sure. It'll only be a temporary measure, but
Don't expect any thanks.
And again,
We'll go back first.
there's no
and prep
music,
Jen for treatment.
and
Akos,
all of a
make
sudden
yourself useful.
it changes.
Yeah, I got him.
You ever heard the term the calm before the storm? Yeah, this kind of hits it.
Patroka!
Although I don't think Akos properly conveys panic in his delivery. Just saying.
Well, I'm kind of glad we did the Torn of Blades before this, because that made that scene very much more impactful.
Exactly.
You got to see more of the connection between Akos and Patroka.
You see, we do pacing sometimes. And just makes it even more disgusting. Do you feel like he's the protagonist or antagonist? Because I think my mind's made up.
Send blades down to this world. It was for my sake. To find and raise cores containing
I like how he
more
has an
powerful
affinity
oneness of
triangle
parallel data.
from his
That is why I
from parts of his
created
armor.
the cleansing procedure.
Although I feel like it's the antithesis of affinity.
You lunatic. He took the cores from all those blades. So that was the reason for the cleansing. I am an agent of the architect's will.
You can tell by my distorted voice.
So, is he antagonistic because he's just worshipping the architect and thinks he knows what the architect wants?
Yeah, and also collecting blades for himself, which can power himself up.
Is it not
So,
the
yeah.
Aegis' power to erase worthless things from
Exactly,
existence?
exactly what
Is that not
heroes
the
do.
architect's very will?
Pyra and Mithra aren't like that.
You're talking about your own blade, Amalthus.
Which you made.
I know why Malos is so intent on scouring the world.
Oh, do tell,
It's
please.
you, Amalthus. Malos has become tainted by your influence.
So what if he has? What's the problem?
that face.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that they do with like extremes again for the characters, it goes from Amalthus being a never-changing expression to a maniacal madman.
You're the one who won't
Although
change.
to be fair, there wasn't
That's
really
exactly
much
why
of a
you hate
difference.
those who try to.
The fact that Rex, Morag, and everyone else they grow as people.
Why
The
do
sun.
I have to change?
The sun changing in Mouse's character, it wasn't a change, it was always there. And it was shown through Malos.
That's why.
You're weak, old man. The weakest of us all.
I stick to what I said beforehand, you know. Many years ago.
Patroka.
And putting the Torna heart to heart aside, just seeing a blade as cocky and as arrogant as Akos, to see him reduced to this state and further cemented by this, be like, I was just a guy being trapped.
You wanna kill us, huh?
Just adds more.
You're not human. Flesh eaters?
We were on our way to be transferred to Indol. My sister and I, from Tantal.
Sister?
And it is a bit
The
late.
boy on the left. That was my
Oh
father.
yeah, they're self-appointed, like
Yeah.
like you mentioned. So yeah, they are
Troka.
kind of, you know,
Is that her
sister siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Can't make a mistake.
Yes. I'm Akos. Our drivers were brother and sister. That's why.
We're siblings too, you're saying? What a dumb notion. They're them, and we're us.
And
No relation.
I wish Patrol could share. She had the same
Even
like.
so,
She had the same like.
these bodies.
I guess moments of weakness, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I guess Patroku's got to be the stern badass of the group. So I guess so some tropes they
I
can't
don't get why
shake
you bother.
because that would break the
Are you
illusion.
happy?
But regardless, I still like it.
I'm asking if it makes you happy, clinging to things like that.
That I don't know. But it's better than having nothing. It's important to me. And that gives me a reason to go on. To live for her.
And it's a small thing, but that little bit the script does help you understand why Akos is feeling the way he does right now. And unfortunately, what happens next?
Akos, stop! He's... Akos!
Let me go! You monster!
How dare you? How dare you look down on me?
Only because you're holding him up
Who's very insistent
above you.
on ours.
He's got Akos!
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, thanks, Nia. I might be a bit ways away, but I'm still able to see, you know. But I do like that. How dare you look down on me as I hold you above me? It's like, what do you want Akos to do? Just close his freaking eyes?
Let him go, pal.
And even despite all this, Nia still cares.
His aim is clear, and so is ours. Thanks.
Friend, welcome. Puppy, no, not
And it does give every character time to shine in this fight. It's not just Rex it's not Rex going on and on and on.
They've done that in a couple battles before, and I really appreciate that.
I know, it just shows a more sense of a camaraderie, which little details I really like.
Humans side
Even with Nia transforming into a blade.
He thinks it's a side to pick. We share a bond, you numbskull. We're all friends here.
Well, when he
We're in
is
this thing
old.
together.
bond of friendship with these.
Isn't that right, chum? And powers of friendship. Don't forget.
Akos.
That was surprisingly painful. If I were still a blade, this wouldn't.
And they could have gone a bad route here to me to put him like
I am
give him like a final pun, be like, that was dramatic. This would make a great script or something like that. But I'm glad they kept being so somber. They made Akos into a jackass at the very beginning, went all throughout the game, and then at the very last time they make him more human, fittingly enough.
Amalthus.
You stay right there. He's human. So we should be the ones to kick his ass.
I have a heart, no less human.
Then you better take good care of it. That's why you came
He's
here.
human? Not from what I've seen. He was in a nice fitting cloak, and he's lived for 500 years, and now he's like that. I know he's probably human in the context of the game and narrative and culture, but from what we've been given, not really.
Something I wish that they could have given us the option for is to help allow Jin fight with us.
Yeah, true. Very, very true. And I will say right now, this new game plus kind of ruins this at this fight, especially if you are like in level 99, because this final fight with Amalthus, it entails you to use chain attack and capitalize on elemental orbs and all that jazz, emphasizing more of teamwork to Zeke's point. Unfortunately, though, we're not gonna need that. But I do like the emphasis on it that he has and that he constantly uses to stay alive, and the only reason why you're able to bypass it is teamwork. And I really like that because it gives chain attacks time in the sun. But can I say one thing? It is a damn shame because up until this point, chain attacks are not outright needed. Because with the original, when fighting Mechon, especially in the beginning, with the original, with the Mechon, you had to use chain attack to bypass, break resistances or find holes in opponent's armor. Up until this point in the game, you have never outright needed a chain attack for anything. So
it wasn't recommended considering the fact that the kindred system's so messed up.
Exactly.
So you're better off just keeping your party gauge full so that if you die, you can get picked back up again.
Yep. Well, thankfully though, this guy is not going to get picked back up.
I cannot end like this. Not until I've met
It makes a good message about like the powers of friendship and all that good stuff, but it doesn't give you a lot of opportunities to really convey it, except for this moment, which I feel like it's the best chance it could have been. It could have been presented, and even though I haven't outright said it, Amalthus's design I really like because it puts him as sort of like an emperor, yet galactic warrior. It presents him in such a big way, an epic way, but yet it's like it's just blue tentacles. Not much bark, or a lot of bark and not a lot of bite.
Don't get me wrong, okay? I couldn't let him get your core too. That's all. With it,
I still hate you.
he'd be unstoppable.
Thank you.
Even though Mithra's not dying.
All the architect's words belong to me!
This is the dying words of a man who's lost the fight.
I will.
Does not know when to quit.
Jin.
I could take care of you too, Jin, if you wanted.
Rex and the others.
It wasn't a mistake, was it? Becoming the blade of someone you trust.
Jin.
I couldn't be asked.
I did that too, once. Rex, you have to stop Malice. He's still searching for his own identity. Tell him the answer you found.
Jin.
In which you keep vague in which you'll probably be wrong at the end because you'll have no idea about Klaus.
Yeah, Mikhail's like, do you know your answer? I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, me neither. But I guess it is kind of wrapped up when he talks to Malos. It's either that or the answer he gave to Jin be like, you're not blades and we're not drivers, we're pretty much just people. Just our life cycles are different. And now I become Demon Jin and skewer you. Kind of a brutal way to die. The only thing you really need is blood, and it would have been really gory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy. Cool.
Bandits?
He didn't.
Probably.
He was a
After
douche.
all, Pandoria looks
I can
pretty
attest.
human for a blade. She'd be worth a lot to some people. They sell her.
Apart from, you know, her lightning tail and her bulbs for shoulders.
It's the same as it ever was.
What?
As soon as people are denied something they desire, they try to take it by force.
Not everyone's like that.
Oh, some give up prematurely, but the feeling is there, I assure you.
Take me.
Well,
I lost
in
my
that
eye.
case,
I
why
haven't
not
taken
protect
anyone
it?
else's.
Why not let people do whatever?
To remind
Another
us,
detail is like, I like how
I must
Zeke
never
is back
forget
out
what
of his
kind of
black
being
clothing now.
humans
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can... I feel like it's an emphasizing point, be like, hey, you might have Zeke dressed in his swimming shorts at this point. This is kind of a symbol to say, hey, we have a tone and we have a message. Don't mess it up.
Perhaps that too was one face of humanity.
Except both of you lived.
Why did you look so sad back then? That was you too, wasn't it?
Zeke, I don't think he can hear you. He's too busy being skewered by icicles and being frozen. And as dramatic, hopefully dramatic as it seems, they try to make it's human. Be like, I was just a small I was just a small boy with no family. And his mother died. So it's literally all about a boy missing his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of weird and kind of sad if you think about it. But regardless. And now I die in fairy dust. It's either that or blue FIFA particles.
What a splendid soul you were.
I do wish, however, they gave Jin one last line.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Like Laura, something like that.
or maybe say, "I saved the world," or "I was happy to meet you," or
I'll be with you, Laura.
yeah, or you were just like her.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It might be cheesy, it might be, whatever, but it would have been something. Like something sweet. And here we go. The final part of Jin's story. 500 years, and it's finally over.
You're a blade, aren't you?
That looks like more ordained, yet it's raining.
Yep.
Dead drunk in a ditch? No, somehow I don't think that's it.
And I think Jin can recognize Maz's voice. It's either that or they remember each other.
name's Malos. I'm the same as you.
No, we're not. My driver's not a dick.
I'm guessing Malice doesn't remember him.
I suppose so. For seeming how he got, nearly dissolved. But again, we don't outright say why he joined up. I guess it's just conveying, like, I want to kill this world, you want to kill the world too? Yeah, sure. And thus, boy met girl. And this was the scene that made, quite frankly, both of us like, oh my god. There is an overall plot to this. I don't know about you, but every time I see this cutscene, I just hope that it'll culminate some point. Whether it's between 1 and 2, 1X and 2, or 1X, 2 and 3, or however games they do in this series. I just sincerely hope that something comes from this. Because this is so awesome, and they're doing so much. It's like, how can they not? Like, with this being the life hold, that being the conduit, this can somehow be related to the war that happens with X.
Or the Zohar, which I think is what it's called in Xenosaga.
Yeah.
Echelon siren losses now exceed 60%.
Hello, Morag voice actor. When did you get it? When did you get it in space? But it's definitely cool to see like these these now sirens, which like a singular thing in the base game, like, oh my god, that's an artifice, and to see them being so common, seeing them being so easily taken down, kind of like makes you feel like, whoa. There is a bigger picture here.
Director, the conduit's authorization has failed. How come? We're locked out by Professor Klaus. We can't secure access from our side. What did you say?
And then everyone is going, Klaus!
Trinity processes sync rate at 96%.
Hello, Adam Hold'em. It's good to see you, good sir. Or hear you, I suppose.
Let's begin the experiment.
Professor, no! The results have not been confirmed. It's too dangerous.
Hello, Maynard. That also looks similar to Maynard's model in the original.
Perform such a miracle. But today, mankind moves one step closer to the divine.
It's nice to hear those. It's nice to hear those same lines being redone in this game.
Exactly, and seeing the upped visuals, seeing the expansion on how little we saw. Albeit this is little as well, but still, it's just an arc.
You're delusional. Divine entity?
Yeah, and look at her ID card.
Yep, that's pretty much a similar thing.
We humans are fools. We ravage the planet.
It gives more context to the original's ending, and makes me want to see what they'll do more. Because I'm hoping we get to know more about the conduit, and what if they do Final Fantasy in the right way, in which they do all of these separate stories and all these separate worlds, but unlike keeping them apart, i.e. like Final Fantasy, it's something big. It could be like the Smash Brothers of RPGs, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that concept. And this is where the Xenoblade series all began. And just saying those words and knowing that there's weight to them, it kind of makes me, I don't know, just excited. Now, albeit that this is coming from a guy who is a massive fan of Xenoblade. I'm not going to excuse any faults that 2 has or anything that I've stated. I just feel like the potential that this game has and the potential of what it sets up is awesome. As
I hope you will be the bearer of good news.
Everyone's back safe. I set off for New World and caused a massive explosion and possibly created an anti-god, but you know, everything went well. Thanks, Shulk. But regardless, what point at what point was I making? Anyway, yeah. Despite the gravitas that this scene had just now, I still feel like there are major issues. Major issues between this game's potential and what it gave. But hey ho. But for what it can possibly set up, I'm very excited for. But still though, we're not done yet. Not by a long shot. So, as we go up to meet the final part of the game, we have just only a few more things to do, in all honesty. And I've enjoyed the ride. So, until then guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, a New Game Plus Supercut. We're almost done. Oh, almost somber. But it'll be along now.